you got to put them to use, Andy. We always talk about controlling power weapons. Using power weapons is just as important as getting them in your hands. And for FaZe and Cloud9, the two teams in our grand final, that couldn't be more true than it is in a pressure situation like this.
Yeah, that's the scary thing about Cloud9. It feels like their efficiency with those power items is just sky high. They absolutely dominate when they get them. FaZe maybe just a little bit less in terms of execution rate. Let's take a look here at the game types, though.
Well, the first game we're going to have is Street Strongholds. So we're going to be going over to Recharge Slayer for our second game. And then game 3 will be Capture the Flag Bazaar, which we just saw, of course, FaZe win in overtime against E United. Now, looking at the game types there, Andy, what you got to tell us?
Yeah, I think one of the first things that pops up is a shout out to both Dan Gaskin and Matty Rums for all the stats they've been providing. Cloud9, 83% win rate on Strongholds Streets, so pretty solid game type for them.
That's pretty solid is an understatement. I think that's pretty phenomenal, to be honest with you. It's one of their strongest game types and maps overall, I think, that they have in the Halo Championship Series. So for FaZe, it's going to be certainly an uphill battle for them. But on the flip side of that, I always think if you can take one of your opponent's strongest games off them, and especially early in a series, it sets you up for so much success. It just fills you with that belief that you need to send this to a second best of 5.
Absolutely, and it's going to be difficult because 78% win rate for C9 on Slayer Recharge, so they really stay quite high up in terms of the win rates across those. Even if we look at CTF Bazaar, it's an 89% win rate. So these 3 just so happen to be 3 of Cloud9's highest win rates overall in the entire suite of Halo Infinite, which does not...
Feels like we're stacking the cards a little bit, doesn't it?
It's a tough... It definitely is a tough draw for FaZe, but like you said, there's no reason that this FaZe roster, especially hot off the heels of that last series, can't steal at least one of these games to get this series past those first 3.
It's going to be certainly an uphill battle for FaZe, as we say. For Cloud9, though, it's going to be a case of making sure they don't take their eye off the ball and making sure that they put the pressure onto FaZe like they have everybody else. Now, this is a rematch from our upper bracket a little bit earlier on. FaZe unfortunately lost it that time against Cloud9, but the games were pretty close. They were back and forth, and FaZe are going to need to get out to a hot start here because it's grand finals time, everybody. Cloud9 versus FaZe.
Absolutely, cannot wait to get into this one. We saw these two teams play earlier. If you might remember, it was a 3-0, but could be a little bit different here based on the energy that FaZe might be coming in. We're starting things off with Renegade.
Renegade picking up that Stalker rifle almost immediately here. And early on, you're going to see not only kills going in the favor, 3 almost consecutively for Cloud9, but also you're going to see them be able to get a little bit of early control onto C. And it looks like Eco is going to be able to start converting B here. What a start that was for Cloud9, by the way. It seemed like everybody won their battles that they needed to at the exact same moment.
About slaying the opponents right now, 4-2, but actually the rocks go down, snipe down with some great pressure from A. And right now, looks like we're going to see FaZe try to answer back. But like you said, some early control, but not a lot of points on the board already. C getting flipped right away, even B starting to get flipped as well. So FaZe answering back immediately.
Yeah, this has been an amazing start, to be honest. An amazing answer back, I should say, from FaZe. And that's reflected in the fact that they have a triple cap at the moment. Now, Eco, goodbye. Have a think about your next move. And you're going to have a few seconds to do so as Falcated moves in from that C balcony. Renegade's going to be taken down to no shields. And Falcated is just keeping the pressure up here. And FaZe are keeping the pressure up here.
Surprised to see Eco go for that solo cap, kind of just alerts his opponents to his position right away, and FaZe makes very quick work of that. Like you said, they answer back, and just like that, with 4 dead off of the opening for C9, just like that, now it's 27-2 in favor of FaZe, and some really good bouncing back after that first spawn.
Yeah, one thing to point out there, Renegade doesn't lose those battles very often, so to see him go down in that situation is certainly a confidence builder for FaZe. As is the Bulldog in the hands of Snip3down. He'll get traded out almost immediately, as now you're going to see 45-2 the score at the moment for FaZe. Coming off the back of that series against E United, looking hot.
Yeah, Falcated leading the game right now with 5 kills, and it's actually surprising to see StelluR not on the board yet. And when you shut down a player like StelluR, that's going to give you gaps. That's going to give you openings to have a score line like this. 60-2 now in favor of FaZe.
Rocket's going to be popping in 5 seconds or so. StelluR's got the Bulldog, and it will be an assault onto B here. Finally, StelluR gets his first kill of the game, and I'm sure there will be plenty more to follow that one up as well. And it'll be C9 now who get control of the Rockets, and that should mean they'll be able to turn B control over to themselves as well. Shot coming in with that Rocket is going to pick up yet another kill. And like I said, AB now in control of C9. What can FaZe do to fight out this?
Yeah, man, C9 not really the way they expected, or, you know, to start this game. A little bit, maybe a little bit startling to see themselves down by 60 at this point in the game. C9 starting to get a little bit of control, as you say, but caught off guard. FaZe making sure, like we said, coming off of that last series with the energy that maybe if you're a FaZe fan that you hope they would. Certainly with a hot start, but Trip Cap going to be slowed down. Bubu of FaZe going to flip B.
Eco taken down by Bubu as well. He's been playing some really, really good Halo and almost managed to take down Renegade as well. Renegade with the thrust is going to be able to survive. Snip3down trying to pick up the kill onto StelluR, who will be taken down instead by Bound. B being converted by C9, and looks like Snip3down's going to have to back down, try and play some kills, but Renegade is going to be combining with Pznguin to stop that in its tracks.
Yeah. C9 already doing things that if you're on the FaZe side, you're a little bit worried about. Specifically, it's Pznguin, who's 11-6 right now, and over the past few minutes has absolutely been putting on a show and helping his team claw back in this. So this is what's dangerous if you're FaZe. C9 just playing the slow game. They're holding BC, and just like that, what was the 60-point lead is now less than a 20-point lead.
Renegade inside of PD as well is just going to be a nuisance here, as the assault is now going to come onto that A stronghold. They're looking for a triple cap, or maybe expecting the fact that the respawns are going to be coming in at tram, so they have to try and flip this stronghold. A C will go out of their favor as the respawners from FaZe will come in. Stalker rifle, though, going to be in the hands of a player up on that balcony, so Renegade's going to have to play that pillar, make sure he doesn't give his life away. Perfect play once again from C9. Now they're looking to collapse onto this as well. Bubu trying to push out, but StelluR's going to be there to meet him. One player runs past him. 2 one-shots inside a tram means Pznguin should have an easy job of cleaning these up.
Didn't even get a chance to say tie game because there's a full-on lead change, 82-72 now in favor of C9. And like you said, Renegade absolutely loving that pillar there. Might even pick up a nice trade. That's a very good trade from Pznguin. That's a difficult situation to get the trade when you have shots coming in from bottom middle as well. All those wins are also going to equal a rocket launcher for Renegade. The lead, rockets in hand. Here comes the push.
Can't remember if that's 2 or 3 rockets in the hands of Renegade now, but it's certainly back-to-back for sure for C9. Bulldog going to be dropped as well, so all the goodies, all the tools you could possibly want to build a win are in the hands of Cloud9 for now. Bound's going to be crossing. Bound will be eliminated. Renegade now spinning around and trying to see if he can add to that killing spree that pops up on his screen as well.
Just beautiful stuff here from Renegade. By the way, we need a dedicated Pznguin cam because he is 16-9 right now, nearly double that of anyone else on his team. Huge numbers coming in from him, and you have to think he has been not just a difference maker, the difference maker in this game, now being 136-72 in favor of C9.
Maybe I have to get onto David Attenborough about that. The man knows how to set up some cameras that are dedicated to watching penguins. As now Pznguin is going to be sliding down towards the pizza. Now going to be backing up towards the balcony. As you can see, the score has really flipped on its head now. A going to be flipped, or attempted to be flipped, I should say, by C9. Looks like a momentary stop has come in from FaZe, as now they're going to try and push up onto B Street. However, as I say that, A does get converted, 138 and rising momentarily, and now the contestant will come in at B for FaZe.
It's difficult when the strongholds it's kind of back and forth. Things are getting flipped. There's fast rotations. It's difficult to remember where we were. We got to remind everyone, this game was 70-10. Now it's 138-90. This is essentially nearly 140 unanswered points, 130 or so unanswered points coming in from Cloud9. They have been playing the past few minutes perfectly.
Yeah, now we're about the halfway point in the game as well, Andy. So you got like 138-98. You can see halfway through the game that C9 certainly have had the better of the first half. Now it's into the second half. This is where the crunch moments happen, right? This is where they need to step up. Snip3down picking up one is going to be really, really big for them. Also, the rockets finally in their hand. The first time we've seen FaZe with a power weapon, and the first time we've seen C9 dead for quite some time.
Yeah, this really is an opportunity for FaZe here to get back in this one, and we've only been talking about C9 for what feels like the past 5 minutes because they've been dominating the way they have, and now FaZe, momentary trip cap for just a second. A will get flipped, but FaZe scoring once again. Snip3down still with a rocket left.
Drop ball goes down. Great little thread of the needle, though, with the rocket. Make sure to avoid that. And there's going to be a little bit more precision work as Pznguin will in a 1v1. Snip3down with the triple and a killing spree. Pznguin's going to be piping hot from the inside out.
Busting out that microwave for the triple, and Snip3down ran out of rockets. He's like, what else can I find? Pulls out Costco microwave there, $19.99, and is able to pick up that kill, 146 to 125 now.
Vintage model.
It is. So just like the man knows how to use it as well, just like that, we got a 20-point game. FaZe is right back in this game, and we were talking about how Pznguin was 16-9, and nobody else was really close. Only one other player was double digits. Take a look at the rest of the scoreboard. That's changed quite a bit. Pznguin's still an outlier, but slowly everyone else is catching up here, as this game is still just about within 25 points or so.
Well, FaZe are going to lose control of A and B. B. So C9 will be scoring 162 to 125. These are really important moments in the game here, I feel, for FaZe. If FaZe let the next 30 seconds or so slip out their hands, then all of a sudden the game one can slip out of their hands as well. The Rockets are coming up in around 25 seconds too. So StelluR making this rotation towards C is going to give things up. No, it's not, as Pznguin will win the battle over at B. And FaZe, they commit to B. They have control of A and B for now. Snip3down with a big kill, Bound with another. FaZe, in these important moments, like I mentioned, starting to come to life as well.
Eco just trying to hit some bounce nades into the rocket pocket. Neither of those look like they connect, though. And based on our scoreboard, Snip3down's still alive. So the big question is, where are these rockets going to go? They're still up here. Falcated doing whatever he can, and we're going to have to keep an eye on those rockets.
And the damage being done by Falcated as well is so impressive. The players just trapped here at C. StelluR going to be challenging, but look at this little shoulder shuffle coming in from Snip3down. The Snip3down shuffle is something that you'll be seeing on TikTok pretty soon, I'm sure.
Renegade was the one in the end that gets the rockets, but look at the bulldog of Snip3down. Speaking of the shuffle, comes back around. He will die eventually from garbage, but it looks like the rockets will finally be picked up. One left for StelluR.
StelluR going to pick up the kill as well with that rocket. 164 to 179. FaZe have managed to get themselves back into the lead. They're also applying some pressure to C as well. And at the moment, C9 for the first time in quite some time. Look a little bit lost here, Andy. It looks like FaZe are under the skin and really managing to stagger these spawns.
They do indeed. C9 able to flip A to avoid the trip cap, but now it's a BC. A long A-B hold, as you said, gives FaZe the lead here. And what looked like really a C9 home stretch for a few minutes of time has really been answered back by FaZe. You got to be impressed with what they've been able to do. Lots of kills around tires, lots of control around that A-B hold led them to that rocket grab. In the end, C9 will get a few kills off of it, but still scoring at BC.
Found. The Sentinel beam is going to pick up yet another kill as well. And every time you look into the top right of your screen at the moment, you're seeing not just one, but 2 or 3 X's from Cloud9. They just cannot get the numbers they need to win some fights. Maybe Renegade with a 1v1 battle will win the fight that they need to even up those numbers, though. There's bubu though. He's going to be taken down. 229, though. And at that moment, unfortunately, C9 have had a player drop out. We'll have to see what the ruling is going to be. And to do that, I'm going to put the glasses on. I need to be
I thought Renegade's melees there were celebratory melees after the battle. It looks like they were just kind of a player has dropped melees. The game needs to be paused melees.
There's a difference in
which
the
is
angle,
unfortunate, but man, what a back and forth game of strongholds between these two now. But keep in mind, at the end of year one of Halo Infinite, we've got a Halo World Championship, and there's going to be one team that's remembered, and that's your world champion. But we're back into the game. Let's remind everyone at home, here we are in game number 1. FaZe needs 191, C9 needs 250.
Here we go then. Whose name will we be remembering? That sentence was so much more difficult to say. Oh my god. Do you know what? I'm starting this all again. Don't worry. Let's get back into the game. FaZe versus Cloud9. And early on, it's going to be FaZe who do pick up A-B control. I think there was some sort of sense in what I was trying to say there, but it just didn't come out right. You know what I mean? It's one of those moments. Don't worry.
I do think you had a sentence in mind. I think that there was something you had in mind.
I definitely wanted to say something. I'm not sure what it was. But, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you did. Now, here we go. 15-0 FaZe off the break. Now, this presents an interesting opportunity for FaZe. FaZe can approach this two-way, and the one I talked about was that FaZe only needs 191 on the board, and they could play a pretty aggressive and overextend, and they have a cushion to make mistakes. The other option that they have is to simply play conservative and look for a single hold of just 2 strongholds and do that for a short period of time to get to 191. We'll have to see on set which one they opt for.
Well, even though FaZe had a really good start there, I just feel like that was a little bit of a missed opportunity for them. Renegade has managed to pick up the Bulldog. They got AC control, but then they just took too long. They let C9 all respawn, all 4 are alive, and have a straight 4v4 team fight. They just need to be a little bit quicker. Speaking of which, Renegade, one of the fastest sensitivities you will see, and somehow manages to pick up the kill onto Falcated. And now you're seeing C9 in control. And even though FaZe got out to an early lead, this is going to be a triple cap by the looks of things.
Yeah, it's going to be a triple. And not only that, but you've got Renegade with the Stalker Bulldog thrust in back PD patrolling around B. This is disastrous and very dangerous.
Trying to protect B, gets the reset as well. Now keep your eyes on the screens, the top left and the top right. Let's see where these kills are coming in. 3 players now dead for FaZe, and you are going to see those staggered spawns coming in. So you're going to be lighting up for Renegade, and that is just the opportunity to go forward. But Bound with that kill is not only going to slow things down, but also allow them to stem the bleeding for now. 75 to 34 though, C9 are still scoring.
And somehow after all that, just because of that C win, they'll get the rockets, but it's good pressure from the C9 side right away. The downed rockets, though, looks like they were going to fall. Yeah, Snip3down does grab them, and now he moves towards A as well.
Okay, it picks up a double kill. Snip3down will pick up one. Last player alive is going to be Eco. He's going to be taken down, but look at that spawn that just came in for StelluR as well. That is super unfortunate there for FaZe. They tried to make that push onto B, but with AC control, you can see maybe why that spawn did come in. StelluR now trying to push in to clean up some kills onto A to keep it in their hands. Pznguin trying to work with him to do so. Falcated somehow manages to get a kill in that situation, though. And now StelluR's going to be last alive here for C9. He's taken down, and FaZe starting to roar back into this.
Yeah, FaZe, keep in mind, only needing 191 here, C9 needing 250. So as a reminder, they really do have a cushion here. However, C9 still applying great pressure, but just like that, trip cap here for FaZe off the back of that win.
2 kills fall to them as well. Renegade and StelluR, the only players alive. StelluR's inside of this stronghold, which is going to give away his position. We'll manage to slow things down for now, but I like what FaZe are doing here. They decided to try and hold the map. Nico's going to be spotted out as well by bubu with that Stalker rifle. Renegade going to pick up the kill, though. Can Bound finish off this kill onto Eco? Really, really important for him to do so. Now he can flank up at this B stronghold. Renegade going to be escaping for now. Pznguin going to be inside of the stronghold. He's going to be weak and should be able to be finished here by Bound. It just snaps onto him with that battle rifle. But now here comes Renegade in those B stairs.
Let's keep in mind here. Now as you see FaZe take the lead once again. And they're going to be happy now to once again just hold BC. So somehow they get out of that dangerous trip cap. And you have to wonder, maybe a little bit of an overextension for a moment from C9 to allow FaZe to bounce back the way that they did, but B getting flipped as well.
C9 get control of AB now. One player has fallen here for FaZe, but it's 3v3 across the map. So next kill was very, very important. Falcated's going to get it. And not only that, bubu's going to pick up a double kill as well. So this is the opening here that FaZe are looking for. Can they capitalize on it, though? You can see Bound is going to be in position to pick up the stronghold. Snip3down going to be in position to pick up the rockets, but where are those spawns coming in? All at C, the rocket launcher could be vital here for picking up kills. That's one. All of C9 are trapped at the moment inside of C, but Snip3down again smartly backs down, knowing that C9 have to move out of tram at some point.
Renegade and Pznguin working together at A. What's going to happen at A? A does get flipped, so it's a very, very strong push. They needed to win A. Cloud9 did, because now here we are 111 to 109. It's a very strong win. Snip3down tries to make something happen at C, but Eco just waiting on the C balk.
Such an important kill there, but AB now in control of FaZe. And they're getting closer and closer to that 191 that they need to close out this map number 1 in the series. 109 to 121. A reminder that C9 do need 250 to win this game after the restart. Renegade picks up one onto Snip3down, though. That's going to allow them to move on to A, but constant pressure now coming in from FaZe, just trying to do what they can to clear Renegade out. But there's the flank coming in for the rest of C9 now. Eco picks up one, Pznguin picks up 2, and this could be a triple cap going to them.
Here we go, backs against the walls. If you want to see some of the best Halo that C9 might ever play, this actually could be it on display. They should get the reset here. What can bubu do as the reset comes in for just a second, but bubu's going to start capping right away. Still 128, 128. Now, if we take a look, 60 points needed on the board for the side of FaZe. And just like that, 120, 110 or so needed for C9.
Well, that's the opening pick in the team fight. StelluR picks up yet another one. This is going to be guaranteed time here for Cloud9. StelluR with the commando in his hands as well. As the battle rifle, as he jumps out to finish off the kill onto Falcated. Bound's going to be sliding around this corner. Here's a commando for your troubles. And when Bound's here, that's no problem for C9 because he's nowhere near any of those strongholds.
Here we go, rockets are up. Who's going to grab those? Looks like it's going to be Eco grab. He's actually going to go forward with them. BR is out again. And now going right into C. Should be able to pick up this as well. A double kill from him. And just like that, more points on the board. And you have to think C9 is going to continue to trip cap only if it makes sense and only if they can hold it without losing too much control.
B and C have been flipped over, though. There's a 1v1 inside of that B stronghold. And now it's bubu introducing himself to Pznguin. 3 dead here for FaZe. Excuse me, 2 dead here for Cloud9. 2 dead for FaZe. As I say that, 2 kills fall across the board. The battle for B is continuing here. 169 to 142. FaZe are scoring, but it looks like C9 are going to take control of B.
Yeah, they will flip B eventually. A getting flipped, though, which is going to be really important as we're going to keep a very close eye on that scoreboard. 50 points needed for FaZe and about 90 needed for C9.
StelluR and Renegade pick up the first kill. Snip3down trades one out on StelluR. Bound struggling a little bit in this game. 8 and 15 for him, and only 1 assist as well. So not having the impact he has in some of the previous games and series that we have seen him involved with. But that kind of kill from bubu is very, very important. The drop shield's going to buy him a little bit of time. Bound gets taken down again by StelluR. Big shots coming in from him. But as you say, 4 dead for C9. B control will be turned over now to FaZe.
And man, how does C9 answer back? And more importantly, how does FaZe make sure that they get the first pick here? They get the first kill. Trade it out. So they need to make sure this is really do or die time here as we're getting to the close stretch. Only 40 points for FaZe to close this one out.
3 dead for C9 once more. They should be able to get the reset onto A, you would imagine. Or maybe try and flip. Oh, he catches him on the toenail. With that spike grenade, little plays like that from Renegade might be able to claw Cloud9 back into this game.
Oh man, Bound wins that one, but not before Eco can get a kill on Snip3down, and Bound would have maybe wished he could have kept Snip3down alive there, bottom middle. Renegade also going to get the rockets here as we take a look at the score. 191 to 161. BC holds still in favor of C9, so this is going to go, even with our score difference, this is going to go down to the wire.
Oh, it certainly is. Renegade picks up 1 though, and Pznguin picks up yet another, so 3 dead here for FaZe. Falcated should be taken down. Bound's going to be last alive. Renegade, you know he's going to be sliding out. You know he's going to be challenging with that rocket launcher as C9 cross the 210 mark. They need 250. FaZe only need around 30 points themselves though to go up by 1, but C9 is starting to find that flow.
Okay, here we are finally. It's a tie game. Both teams need 30 points in their respective scores to close it out. Still a BC hold for Cloud9.
Pznguin though, he is just clicking at the moment. Renegade just making sure that he's in position to control that C stronghold. 3 players from FaZe going to be jumping up into the tires. StelluR's going to be here with some grenades to meet them as well. StelluR picks up 1. StelluR should pick up 2. Renegade's there to steal it away. Falcated gets taken down as well. No one in position for FaZe to contest any of these strongholds as C9 will win map number 1.
C9 backs against the wall, had to win that game by quite a margin, and they do it, and they do it comfortably. Not only closing that game out before FaZe can hit 191, but even doing it with them not even getting within 30 points or so of that final score. Cloud9 takes game number 1. They had to work hard to do it, but I think we were right on set. Like we said, I think it brought out the best in Cloud9 having to play perfect Halo.
FaZe, you know, as we know, but StelluR Recharge is going to be our next game. And if you saw, I think it was Spartan who actually tweeted it out. It was a clip from Renegade on Recharge. I don't know if it was Strongholds, I don't know if it was Board, I don't know if it was StelluR, but Spartan's chilling, walking up tower stairs, just thinking, you know, I'm going to go and pick up this commando. Renegade grapples in to the window with the shock rifle, and before his feet touch the floor, just removes his head. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that's what we can hopefully expect in this game.
I was going to say that we're seeing more and more ridiculous plays, especially from players like Renegade. So hoping to see it here. This is game number 2. Cloud9 leading 1-0 in the series.
Early on here is going to be Camo almost immediately picked up by StelluR and almost getting that one uncontested. So it seems like a little bit of a miscommunication maybe coming in from FaZe, not being able to get anyone in position to at least contest that camo. And that means a 3-1 start here. Snip3down going to be last player alive, and he's going to at least have the shock rifle to play with, but that didn't look like the most coordinated of opening strategies there from FaZe.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. A little bit of a lack of coordination and prioritization there on that camo. Also, leave it to StelluR. When most players grab camo, they're very happy to get away. StelluR says, no, I'm going to go mid-bridge and challenge top control instead and win the battle and stay alive bottom middle. So that's what this C9 roster brings. It's bold, you know, almost disrespectful, like you say, plays where they just do exactly what they want on the map and then they get away with it.
7-2 the score. It's starting to already get a little bit out of hand here for FaZe. Bound doing a good job of just staying alive, and as crazy as it sounds, just standing still and making sure that he survives long enough for at least his teammates to get a line of sight for him to survive. But once again, he's going to be chased down. Now you're going to see Renegade. He's playing on, I swear, every single time I watch his POV at the moment, he's playing on a faster sense than I saw him last time. And he's still managing to hit every single shot possible. So shock rifle in his hands, it wouldn't be surprising to see him hit something quite nasty in the next few moments.
Yeah, look at the way there that Renegade's able to just be ready for that kill, just to come around from C-Plat, ready for the kill in long haul. And it just feels like Cloud9, because of the way they establish map presence, they get early kills and then they establish presence. And in doing so, they just get such strong map positioning that allows them to just pick out each kill individually. Here we are, 13-5 in the open. 13-5,
Snip3down going to give away those spawns as well. StelluR will call out that information. But you get the feeling it's not even the fact that they needed to call that out. I think that C9 are just so on it at the moment that they realize every single move that's being made. As Snip3down, unfortunately, is in the sights of Renegade, but Renegade misses the shot somewhat surprisingly, and Snip3down almost made him pay for it. However, Renegade swapping to that BR will get that kill. Renegade stays alive as well with the weapon in his hands.
Yeah, going to be very happy to still have that shock rifle. As a reminder, StelluR Recharge C9 is a 78% win rate. Once again, shout out to Dan Gaskin and Matty Rums for keeping all those numbers close at hand for us. But right now, it looks about that. Maybe an even stronger win rate based on the scoreline so far. Cloud9 picking up where they left off in game number 1.
18-11 the score. Repulsor in the hands of Pznguin, but not enough to push bubu away far enough for him to really do some damage. That's what you need to do if you're on FaZe right now. bubu hitting the nice headshot there with that shock rifle to just make things a little bit more uncomfortable here for Cloud9. Now, can FaZe do to Cloud9 what Cloud9 did to FaZe a few moments ago? Look at the score. It's now just a few kills between the two teams. 4 kills, 1 team wipe. We got a tie game.
This was 18-10. That's a 5-1 swing in favor of FaZe. And look at, leading the way is Falcated here with 8 kills on the board, already leading the game. So just like that, 3-kill game. FaZe, absolutely answering back, keeping this game close.
Bound now with a shock rifle in his hand as well. 3 kills, the difference between the two teams. How this game has turned on its head. Snip3down just trying to play bottom middle at the moment, just waiting for the opportunity for a call to come from a teammate. So a little bit of damage has been done for him to move up onto. Eco going to be challenging Bound. Bound taken down to very, very low shields. bubu trying to hold the cross for his teammates here as well. Pznguin taken down to no shields. There's a flank coming in, but wow. Repulsor this time saves bubu's life.
And you have to think if bubu doesn't hit that repulsor, the melee certainly coming in, and just like that, 1-kill game, 20-19 in favor of Cloud9, but FaZe certainly heating up.
21-21, it's a tie game here. Not game number 2. And I think that most people watching, if they're completely honest with themselves, they look at themselves in the mirror, would have said about 2 minutes ago that C9 are going to be running away with this game, and we're going to game 3 with them 2-0 up in the series. However, FaZe have got something to say about that, though. A little bit more steel than maybe a lot of people give them credit for, as they now have only turned up the game, Andy. They have a lead. StelluR is set for a swim as well. Maybe it's
he landed.
No, he gets taken down. Sword transferred over to FaZe.
This is a 15-4. The last few minutes of StelluR have been 15-4 in favor of FaZe. That is a crazy, crazy set of kills. The fact that you would see a team do that against Cloud9. FaZe not only in this series, but leading this game right now by 4.
Oh. Snip3down. Maybe just showing off his grapple. We've all been there, right? Bubu, however, got something more simple to work with. Oh no, he's got a grapple as well. Everyone's got a grapple. You get a grapple, he gets a grapple. Shock rifle in the hands of C9 once more, though. Not too much ammo to work with. Around 3 shots left for Pznguin to try and make some sort of impact on the map. Bound will be taken down, so now it's just a 3-kill game as C9 start to inch their way back into this game now.
Look at the shots. Somehow I could look at Pznguin staying alive there in that 1v2. That's what Pznguin is capable of. The double kill comes in from StelluR because Pznguin is ready to take that battle. I also have to say, look at this, not done yet. Eco comes to help as well, but that is a miscommunication on the side of FaZe. If you have 2 players coming in from bottom control from A, they need to be looking, right? Even if they're not looking, one's maybe looking towards batteries, one's looking towards control. As soon as that happens and Pznguin's coming into control, they need to start team shooting. They didn't, and Pznguin essentially wins a 1v2 there, and just like that, we have a tied game.
StelluR picks up the kill to give C9 the lead, and we've seen another turnaround in this StelluR. It hasn't been 1 or 2 kills. It's been swings of around 5, 10, 15 kills, it feels like, between the two teams. Bound picks up 1, Falcated will pick up another, which will give FaZe the lead now. 2 kills the difference between the two teams as StelluR tries to chase down this player on the bat ledge. Falcated surviving extremely well for now, but here comes the grapple as StelluR finishes off what he started.
Yeah, that confidence there from StelluR to just fly right in and get the 2-shot melee. Very nice job. That'll give them just a 1-kill lead momentarily. But these two teams, we talked about how we were going to see a different series in their second meeting of the day, and that has certainly been the case. These two teams so close as we get to the home stretch of our Game 2 StelluR.
37-all, tie game once more. 13 kills left. With 2 back-to-back kills, FaZe once again eke out a lead. Repulsor going to be picked up as well. Bound says, do you know what? This game's been ridiculous. I'm going to go do something crazy. He grapples into top A. Manages to take down 1. Manages to take down 2 alongside his teammate with a little bit of help. And maybe just being a little bit crazy is what someone needs to be in this game, because it has been back and forth, and I think crazy has been the only way to describe it.
And what do we say? That those are the plays, those are the players that we're talking about. We talked about how Bound takes those risky plays that you wouldn't expect every other play to do, and Bound does it there. Gives them a nice little 3-kill lead here. Only 6 kills to go for FaZe to tie up the series.
However, you can see it's only 3 kills between the two teams. Bubu with that repulsor should win this battle, but no! Eco will win the battle somehow or other. You almost thought that was a guaranteed win for Bubu, but now it's just 2 kills between the two teams.
And you have to think, if this game ends in a C9 victory, as it's now a tied game, Bubu is going to be thinking about that battle. But now FaZe here, 46-45, they take the lead again.
Here comes StelluR. He's got players pinched here. Bubu's going to be one-shot. Pznguin gets taken down. 46-48. FaZe only need 2. Shock rifle in the hands of StelluR. He needs to hit a big shot here if he wants to give C9 a chance of maybe staying alive in this game. He takes down Snip3down. 1 kill between the two teams. It's tied up on 48 all.
He needs an angle. He does not have an angle on control everything that's happening there. He needs to get over there at this 48-48 to be a factor in these final battles. 49-48.
1 more kill to go for C9, and that moment you were talking about might haunt FaZe once more. Snip3down takes damage. Pznguin takes damage. StelluR though wins the game with that shock rifle, and C9 go up by 2 in the series. But again, FaZe just crumbling in the last moments of a Slayer against C9.
You're absolutely right. This is deja vu. It was a 50-49 in their earlier meeting on Streets, and now it's a 50-48. What a play by StelluR. He's up top yellow, picks up the first kill on Snip3down, and as we said, he knew he did not have the angle. He goes from attic all the way through long haul into C plat to get the control angle, and he hits the shot, dies in the process, but he only had to hit 1 shot. Who else but StelluR with the shock rifle closes out the game for C9.
Very impressive stuff from C9 in the end, but you gotta say at the same time, it was crazy from FaZe. It was looking like a C9 win for the first 2 minutes, and not just a C9 win, as C9 50 to something, to 20 to 30 win. And then a crazy comeback. You mentioned that, I can't remember the exact numbers. What was it, a 14 to 2, 3, 4, whatever it was, swing that went in the favor of FaZe?
It was, yeah, it was 14-3 at one point, and then 15-4 was FaZe's streak. They were down, by such a huge margin, and the fact that they went 15-4, I mean, that is, you have to kill the opposing team, over 3 times to pull that off, which is an incredible rotation of kills. Here's some highlights from that game, number 2.
Nico was the man who got things started as well. Renegade did have that shock rifle, didn't do too much damage to start with. His shots onto Snip3down were pretty crispy though, however. And then it was Bubu who started the comeback here for FaZe. We were talking about how important that shock rifle can be. Wentz was talking about it at the start of the show and how influential it's become as a weapon and part of the sandbox here on Recharge. Being able to watch those crosses is just, it's so devastating if you can hit 1 headshot to give yourself the numerical advantage. StelluR with the grapple as well, doing some good stuff, but this was a crazy play coming in from Bound. I love seeing stuff like this. That's a play that I'd never make. Like, if I do that, I'm dead and I'm throwing over the shock rifle and the grapple to the other team. Bound does it. He makes things happen.
That was the 47-48, and StelluR just has to peek, and you have to wonder. Here's the thing I'm wondering. We'll talk about it in a second, actually. 250-220 is your game number 1. 50-48 is your game number 2. Very close matches in total. CTF Bazaar up next. We've already seen FaZe win that in their last series, but here's the thing I'm wondering onset. I want to talk about the end of that StelluR recharge. Snip3down just got taken down by the shock rifle of StelluR, so they're well aware that the shock is in the hands of StelluR. And my question is, why are they poking towards C plat? Either there's an assumption that it hadn't been rotated yet, or maybe a miscommunication. Regardless, though, can't talk about it anymore. If you're on the FaZe side, you got to get focused on this game number 3. It's going to be Bazaar CTF.
Well, FaZe, like you said, they won an overtime against E United on this map just it seems like a few moments ago in the previous series in the elimination bracket final, but Cloud9 is a very different proposition. And this is the opportunity also for Cloud9 to close out the series in a 3-0 fashion. And not only that, if I'm not mistaken, Andy, it would be the perfect tournament from them as well. They would not have dropped a map.
We certainly have not seen them drop a match in the bracket, the matches that we've covered in their bracket today. 2-0s and 3-0s throughout the entire day today. Going to keep an eye on this opening rush, though. It's going to be Bound with the overshield.
Renegade's going to be doing that damage. Bound for FaZe is going to at least have that first overshield, but it's not going to be too influential. As you can see, it's already run down. A little bit of grenade damage from that frag as well. He's going to maybe think about letting C9 swarm forward. Eco somehow manages to survive a rocket. And with that, manages to get back into his base and get back into his bar to get a little bit of control.
He's got magic powers. That's really it. That's all we can say about Eco.
It's just magic.
And I will say, after a play like that, I would also head into my local bar as well, because he's earned that. He has certainly earned that.
I would head into my local bar if I was on the receiving, if I had the Rockets, to be honest with you, too. Yeah,
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that you found many, many excuses to head into your local bar that are much less impressive than what Eco has done in this game and this series so far. That I have no doubt about.
I'm being exposed on this show today for who I really am, but we all know who Snip3down really is, and he needs to step up now for his team. He needs to be the leader that we talked about in Raleigh for this FaZe roster. However, he's going to have a little bit of pressure to deal with here. The flag is moving for C9. They've already, excuse me, for FaZe. You can see the C9 are under pressure, and the dynamo grenades are going to be doing the damage that is needed to maybe clear the way. The pressure is on StelluR here. He's managed to sneak behind and get into the base. He's also got a bulldog, but he misses the shotgun. Oh, and he gets taken down by Bound.
What the?
I'm pretty sure that was a 360 fakey hard flip. I don't know, something like that. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous from Bound.
Alley-oop, backside, back whack, somehow hits it. Don't even know what happened there. The bulldog shot, most importantly, did not connect, and he wins that battle on the front door. Had he not, we could have seen carnage and chaos on the double door. Instead, it's 1-0 here. But Cloud9 ready to answer back. Looks like they're going to be in the clear to grab this overshield and get ready for this next push.
However, if they get the overshield, Falcated's waiting here with that green gun to try and do damage, but Renegade managed to sneak past just before he got that shield stripped away. So Cloud9 now have the opportunity to push. Bound's going to be there as well. Snip3down picks up a double. Last player alive is going to be Eco now, as you see Bound trying to move forward once again to push forward onto the Cloud9 base. And this has been a much stronger start in this game than what we've seen in the previous one from FaZe.
Killing spree for Eco, though. 7-3 here off of the opening. Credit to Bound for making that play. That play is really similar to something like an Onslaught CTF, where you go bottom middle to get a surprise angle, and the team is already still looking in the base for you, and you're bottom middle, and you can actually shoot up into your base from outside. It's a really valuable angle. Eco just checking the dynamo nades. Should I wait for these? No, I'll keep going.
Oh, okay. All right, StelluR. StelluR's getting inside the heads here of FaZe. Or trying his best to. However, the best way to answer that is to win a 1v1 battle afterwards. And dubu does exactly that. Rockets in the hands of Renegade now. It looks like with that, it gives an indication that maybe C9 are a little bit peed off with the way that FaZe have been playing. Maybe they don't like the fact they've been giving them such good games, that things have been so close. They want to be able to stomp the tournament. Stomp. They're showing no respect, like I mentioned earlier.
Renegade's so patient there, just waiting for bubu to show himself, and it happens there. It looks like he'll finally be taken down. One big outlier and surprise on the scoreboard, and part of the story as to why this is still 1-0 is Pznguin just got his first kill on screen. He's 1-8 in this game, not the numbers you expect to see from him. We'll have to see what the second half of the game has in store for him.
Hey, look, Pznguin and #1 have become synonymous with each other recently. First tournament win, first place in Raleigh, first kill in this game, okay? Look, everything's working out for him at the moment, you know. He's not too unfond, if that is even a word, of the #1 at the moment. Eco, though, he's fond of that bulldog. He picks up one onto Falcated inside the bar.
Couldn't agree with you more. Definitely not a word, however.
Yeah, not a word.
I'm going to stick with that one. 7:41 on the clock here. Some pots shattering at the feet of Eco. He doesn't care, though. He's going to pop with the bulldog. And they've got the overshield push as well. It will finally be tapped out. But here comes what could be the first C9 flag on the board.
Yeah, this is going to be 3 dead here for FaZe as well. One player's already off the respawn, and you can see that Eco is just chasing them down. Eco's actually going to leave them here. This is a really smart play from Eco as well. Yeah. Even though you might think, oh, he's got some damage done, everything's cool. Those players cannot influence that flag whatsoever. However, it looks like the other spawns have managed to sneak through. So Eco going to give up on that flag for now. StelluR's going to be in a position to cause some havoc behind enemy lines, but it's actually going to be Eco, excuse me, behind enemy lines. He's going to be pulling yet another flag. So Cloud9 recognizing this situation, realizing that was a little bit of a dead flag. Now Eco can move in with the bulldog, but Bound once again will win the battle.
Bound once again taking that same angle. That's what I'm talking about. He gets out, whether it's through front pillars, whether it's through hut, he gets out front base and sits bottom middle and waits to shoot from that angle. That's the second time he's been really effective with that. Now he's running what could be their second flag as well.
4 alive though for C9. So this is going to be a team fight that needs to be won by FaZe if they want to be able to move that flag any further forward. Pznguin immediately jumping on the reach here, which I kind of like, as most of the players from FaZe are going to be looking across the board and thinking, you know, what's going on there. Actually, the reason that he jumped onto that, Ree, is because every single player from FaZe fell almost immediately after that flagpole did come in. Falcated staying alive inside of the bar with the Bulldog as well. Challenge is going to come in almost immediately, but look at this. He's pretending that he's a saucepan inside of the cupboard and manages to stay alive.
Absolutely, just making himself part of the historic woodwork there. Absolutely love that play. I want to go back to that flag run that we saw from C9 that got returned bottom middle. We saw Eco fake bottom rockets and then decide to help his team from his enemy's bridge. You have to wonder going back, maybe Eco didn't need to worry about bottom rockets in that situation. Had he been bridge the whole time and BR, maybe he would have had the right angle. So we'll have to see if C9 can have a little bit more cohesion on their next flag run.
Bubu was trying to pretend he was a piece of the geometry. However, Renegade was not having any of that whatsoever as he takes down the red Spartan in front of him. FaZe now on the back foot as C9 are moving this flag forward. Only one player down for them. 3 players have now respawned. Make that 4. Falcated has managed to overextend here inside of the base. So StelluR has a really important job to do, but they've sniffed him out here, C9. You can see they're trying to push. They're trying to clear him out of the base. And with that, Eco will slam home the equalizing flag. C9 tie it up at 1-1.
Yeah, very nice work from C9, and like we said, their attempt there much better than their earlier attempts. One thing I want to point out is Eco ran that flag with Ovi and was able to tank and eat damage as he went to bottom middle. And as we know, you're exposed to so many angles bottom middle. So choosing to run that flag with the overshield, that's not always the conventional choice in a Halo capture the flag game. Sometimes you want your slayers, your roamers to have the overshield. Instead, here on that flag run, it worked out really well for them.
Renegade with the flank here. Bubu gonna be weak. Renegade never backing down from that challenge whatsoever. Oh, Renegade jumps back out and hits the crispy headshot onto Bound as well. Waits for a teammate to join him inside of bar as well. Kills will be traded. Everyone from FaZe on the back foot at the moment. C9 have complete map control.
I think C9 has just been so dominant this series. We got to remind everyone, especially those of you just joining us here, C9 only 1 game away from closing out this series. This is a must-win for the side of FaZe if they want to stay alive in this series. Now tied 1-1, and C9 continuing the momentum. 4 minutes on the clock and looking to strike again.
Snip3down will get the trade onto Renegade, who was trying to be the man to put some pressure on. Eco, though, speaking of pressure, is now going to make FaZe feel that pressure. They're 3 dead at the moment. All players now swarming back from Cloud9 as well after they got that flag out. The overshield is up as well. This is a really big moment here. Renegade's got decisions to make. He looks like he's going to be moving in to get the overshield, but no, Falcated with a spike grenade is going to shut things down. And not only that, C9 will be shut down too.
They will, and let's see where that overshield eventually goes. It looks like it's going to go to Snip3down, if I'm not mistaken. We'll have to keep a very close eye on that. Bound is going to make the push as well. Yes, indeed, Snip3down is the one in the hut flying forward here with that overshield, and we'll have to see if they can get a run out of this.
Well, StelluR is currently just learning there's so many different grenades on Halo Infinite in terms of damage that they can do. Eco is going to be in position to pick up that kill, which is going to slow down this pull coming in from FaZe. However, 3 players now fallen. Bubu with the flag in his hands. And with 3 minutes 15 on the clock here, StelluR has managed to pick up 1 kill off the respawn, which is going to slow down FaZe for a few moments. Pznguin actually going to flank all the way
angle, look at the
players.
angle.
This is so smart from Pznguin, but can he get the kills? He gets 1, and his teammates are there to pick up the 2nd.
Absolutely bamboozles FaZe. He takes the simplest route. It's as old as time. He goes ring around the rosy around bottom middle, gets an amazing angle, and FaZe was not ready for that flank. You could tell by the looks on their faces as that flag will come back home on the return. Great work from Pznguin's solo play on the pillars.
Renegade starting to heat up as well. 3 dead here for FaZe. Renegade holding forward straight away. You can see the last player is going to be in front of him, coming off that spawn. Bound should be taken down in the next few moments. Pznguin does do that now. Where are those spawns coming in? You can see that Renegade didn't spot the players down on the trench, so it means they're all going to be able to overextend here. Snip3down gets taken down, though. Bubu's going to be weak. C9 are running this flag back. Falcated picking up 1 kill onto StelluR, though, might make this a little bit more difficult for C9 to convert.
Yeah, let's see what Bubu has to sneak this, and Renegade's going to find him now.
Renegade gets the beat down, takes no damage as well. Falcated trying to push the commando, doing big damage. But where is that flag now for C9? StelluR's got it in his hands. Pznguin's got the overshield as well. And Pznguin's responsibility, you can see, is to stop that flag moving from FaZe.
He's going forward. He's getting doubled right now. And oh, man, what a trade from Snip3down and also help from Bound on that flag. So they're going to be able to get that here. A little bit of a flag standoff coming in at this 1-1 mark. And you have to think that this really could be the game-deciding flag.
Yeah, this is going to be the game-deciding flag. Bound is going to trade. Eco picked up a double kill. So there's actually going to be 3 players dead here for FaZe. StelluR's trying to move forward in the bar. Got that grapple out as well, trying to make sure that he's got enough space closed as quickly as possible with those players all coming off of the respawn. Bound's going to be weak. You'll see StelluR moving in after that call out from Pznguin. He's got the Bulldog. However, the Mangler's in the hand of Bound, but StelluR has the Bulldog and manages to win that fight.
We got to point out a few big outliers here in this game. We have Eco 24-11, Renegade 28-14. However, this is a 1-1 game. A little bit of a similar story to our Sentinels match. Those stats do not match the flags on the board. Not the right objective efficiency you want to see from C9. It's still 1-1, 1 minute left.
Bound picks up one. You can see that FaZe are trying their best to find any kind of players from C9. That's going to be two. And now they have the opportunity to push up on the map. Eco's moving in towards the hut. Snip3down's going to be trying to challenge him. Eco will win that fight, but here's StelluR again with that Bulldog. That's two dead now for FaZe. The push is going to come in here from C9, and with StelluR with that Bulldog in his back pocket as well, the pressure is going to be almost too much to handle here for bubu.
bubu's in trouble here. Where else is the pressure coming in from hut? This should be a return here. Look at this. This is going to be it.
Only 15 seconds left on the clock as well. Return comes in. Flag, where is it though? For FaZe. It's been stamped home, and with that, and only 8 seconds left in the game, that might be the flag that crowns C9 our champions. It is indeed. It's the perfect tournament from C9. They will be your Pro Series champions. Well, first event of the year.
Cloud9 picking up where they left off at HCS Raleigh, and as you say, winning the first event of the year. Pznguin, Renegade, StelluR, and Eco, your champions yet again. And it feels like something we might be saying a few more times in the near future on set.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the way that they just didn't drop a map. They didn't drop a map. They were close to dropping maps. They should have dropped some maps, but they did not drop any maps. This is your grand finals. Final layout, 250 to 220, Strongholds on Streets. 50 to 48 StelluR recharge, and then that 2-1 win in the last seconds with a big play coming in from StelluR to get that return in the flag standoff. Gives them the win, but